Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth, the Education Coordinator for Marlene's Market and Deli. Our wonderful presenter tonight is Lisa Shook, local Reiki Master and Hypnotherapist. Yay, Lisa!
Thanks, Elizabeth. Thank you very much.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And I have another exciting announcement to make as well, because I'm going to be certifying and training new hypnotherapists on November 1st.
Woot! Oh my goodness, that is so exciting.
There we go.
Wonderful. Welcome to the call.
Okay. Let me know when is everyone here now? Are we able to get started?
Yes. Let's go ahead and get started, and I will continue to help folks come in from the waiting room.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you, Elizabeth. Everyone, thank you for being here tonight. Congratulations, and you should be proud of yourself for attending, because this tells me that you are here to learn a way that you can make powerful, positive changes for yourself all on your own. My name is Lisa Shook. I am a hypnotherapist, a master hypnotist, and a 7th Pass self-hypnosis teacher. I teach also the Art of Self-Hypnosis, regular self-hypnosis, which is what you'll be learning tonight. And I have put in the chat 4 different forms for you to download. Don't worry if you can't download them. I'm going to be sharing my screen, and we're going to actually practice and go through all of these forms together, so that when you leave this class this evening, you'll be able to start practicing making a positive change on your own. So if you have a burning desire to make a positive change, you are in the right place. Whether it could be anything from stopping smoking to helping yourself gain some confidence or motivation, or if you're a business owner or a service provider, maybe you need help with learning how to increase your fees. So this class is for you, and I'm glad you've joined. First off, I will begin by explaining what is hypnosis to start off with. Many people have the misconception that hypnosis is mind control, and in fact, it is not. Hypnosis is a normal, naturally occurring state of the mind that we all go into at some point in our day, whether it's when you're waking up in the morning or going to sleep at night. Those are times when your brain is changing its brainwave state. So hypnosis is a state of mind. Hypnosis is not a feeling. Hypnosis is a state. I like to describe it and define it as a state of focused awareness where you're open to positive suggestions for your own well-being. And one other good example I like to share of a normal, naturally occurring state of hypnosis is if you've ever been driving down the freeway and you're just maybe focused on something other than the exit you're supposed to take, and you're listening to music, or maybe you are listening to a podcast, or just thinking of your to-do list, and you get past your exit and you go, oh my gosh, where did the time go? Or, oh wow, I passed my exit. We call that highway hypnosis. So that's another example of a naturally occurring state of hypnosis. So I just want you to know that you are always in control when you are in hypnosis. You are conscious when you are in the state of hypnosis as well. It isn't mind control. So if you have seen stage shows or things on TV, when you see people going up on stage, they are really agreeing to being part of the entertainment. So hypnosis is a consensual state. It's something you do together with the professional hypnotist so that you can create positive changes for yourself. Let's see. Hypnosis can help you be your best self. It can help you uncover erroneous beliefs, things that maybe you learned as you were a child that are not really accurate as you are now the adult that you are. And you have to reframe the way that you think of yourself or certain things in your life. So hypnosis really can help you become your best self. What else? Let's see. I had some notes here I wanted to share with you. So today, what we will start with is learning how to relax. Relaxation, it's a really good thing, right? We all need to be able to relax, or we want to be able to relax, right? And with everything going on in life, sometimes it's really hard to relax. You got either a spouse or a partner, you've got kids or a job, or the social media is bugging you. It's the notifications are going off on your phone, or maybe your phone's ringing, and all of those kind of things can keep your brain active and keep you from being able to relax. So we will start with a relaxation technique that I really like. Lots of my clients use it, and I call it my 2-breath hypnosis technique. So wherever you are, I would like you to be in the most comfortable position you can possibly be, whether you're sitting or lying down, and get into that comfortable spot now. Just make yourself comfortable. And wherever you are, I'd like you to figure out on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most relaxed you could possibly be, 1 being the most stressed you could possibly be. Figure out right now where you are on that scale of relaxation. Maybe you're pretty relaxed, maybe you're at an 8, or maybe you're pretty anxious, 2 or a 3. Just make a mental note of that now. And we're going to practice this 2-breath technique to help you relax. So now, what I'd like you to do is choose a color that represents peace and tranquility for you, whatever color that is for you. Make a mental note of that color that represents peace or tranquility. And now choose a different color that represents stress or anxiety, and make a mental note of that color. So here's how you'll practice this 2-breath technique. And you can the quicker your brain will realize that you have a natural tool you can use to help you relax at any time. So take in a deep cleansing breath, and as you do, imagine you're breathing in that color of peace and tranquility. So do that now. Breathe in the peace and tranquility. And on the exhale, close your eyes, exhale out as slowly as you possibly can. The color of stress or anxiety, as slowly as you can, exhale out that color. And once you have exhaled out the color of stress and anxiety, go ahead and repeat it. Do it again. Take in a deep cleansing breath, breathing in the color of peace and tranquility. And then on the exhale, as slowly as you possibly can, exhale the color of stress or anxiety. Exhaling as slowly as you can. Once you've exhaled completely, I'd like you to go ahead and open your eyes. And once you've done that, let's check where you are on that scale of relaxation now. Have you moved at all? Are you even just a 0.5% more relaxed? Maybe you've moved quite a bit. Maybe you've moved from a 4 to an 8. So if you can, post in the chat just to kind of let me know, yes, that worked for me, I liked it, or maybe you need to practice it more than twice. It's just a tool, and I'll give you some tools as we move along here through the class that can help you relax and become more focused so you can make some positive changes in your life. I help lots of people overcome anxiety, and make positive changes. So we will find what works for you and build upon that. And let me share my screen now. We're going to get started with the Art of Self-Hypnosis. And give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Can you see it? Great. Thanks, Elizabeth. So today you're going to learn how to tap into your own inherent power with hypnosis. What is hypnosis? Like I said before, it's a heightened state of focused awareness where you're open to positive suggestions. Hypnosis is a normal and natural state of mind that we go into every day. It's a state of awareness where we are focused and receptive to positive suggestions. You are in control. Hypnosis is not mind control. You're conscious the entire time. You can hear and remember things that are said just like in a normal conversation. And I want you to know that you only say and do things in hypnosis when you're working with a professional like myself. You're only going to say and do things that you would normally do in a fully conscious state, because hypnosis is not a truth serum. You may have heard some things like that or seen TV shows that may have given the wrong impression of what hypnosis really is. But like I mentioned before, it's not a feeling. Hypnosis is a state of mind. So some people feel absolutely nothing at all. Some people may feel safe and grounded. Some people may feel light, like they're floating on a cloud, and super, super relaxed. And when we work together like tonight, we're going to focus on relaxation because feeling relaxed is really important. And it's important to relax because when you can relax, you can make better decisions for yourself. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, it is important. So I just want you to know it's safe and it's something that we do together. And this form that I added into the chat, this is the page 1. It's the first one. I want you to now choose one change that you want to make. Pick one thing you want to make a change. Just one. And as you do that, you've got the form now. What happens when you make this one change? What are 3 benefits going to be of that change? And write them down on your form. I'm going to give you a minute to do that. So you've got the one change you want to make and 3 benefits that will happen when you make this change. And now I'm going to go to the next form I want to share with you while you are making your notes there. And I help people with lots of different things, like getting their confidence back, motivation, gaining motivation, helping have mental clarity, quitting smoking, quitting negative, unwanted thought patterns. So there can be a wide range of different things that you may want to make a change about for yourself. And now I am going to share my screen for the second page here. How's everybody doing? I hope I've given you enough time to write down some notes for yourself. Can you give me a thumbs up? Thank you, Elizabeth. Here's where the fun begins, okay? This is where we're going to start a practice. I've got 2 different options on ways that you can induce your own state of hypnosis when you're alone and wanting to make these positive changes. I always start off with relaxing. So you can maybe you have a different breathing technique that you like that works for you to be able to relax. Or maybe you practice my 2-breath technique. And I call this first option the easiest self-hypnosis method. So you can choose a color that represents calm and clarity. Sit down and get comfortable. And then with this method, what you'll do is find a spot on the ceiling or anywhere on the wall that you can focus on. Count from 1 to 10, taking in nice deep breaths, breathing in the color of peace and tranquility. And as you're counting, open and close your eyes. So it may look something like this. So opening and closing your eyes, we call that eye catalepsy in hypnosis. It helps your eyes get very tired and kind of heavy. And this allows you to become more relaxed. So as you're opening and closing your eyes with each number, you're breathing. Breathe normally, naturally, and allow yourself to go deeper relaxed. With each breath you exhale, you can even use your thumb and finger to keep track of counting the numbers. And as you do this and you begin to relax, this would be the time when you feel very relaxed to focus on those 3 benefits that you wrote down of making your positive change. Creating a statement with those 3 benefits. As you're sitting there with your eyes closed, going deeper relaxed, you'll want to create a positive statement that includes the benefits of you making the change that you want to make in your life, whatever that is. So maybe you speak loving, kind, positive words to yourself every day. Speaking kind words to yourself helps you feel energized and happier every day. So you could say something like, I speak loving, kind words to myself every day, increasing my happiness and energy in every way. And you would say these words, these statements, over and over to yourself while you are here in this relaxed state of hypnosis. And I'm going to share my screen to help you learn how to create positive suggestions for yourself. So now as you relax, I'd just like you to count from 10 to 1 and open your eyes back up. With your intention of becoming alert and focused once again, emerging yourself from that relaxed state of hypnosis. Count from 10 to 1, and when you get to 1, open your eyes. And you might notice that you feel very relaxed, maybe a little sleepy. But using those 3 benefits you wrote down on your sheet, now we're going to create positive suggestions for yourself to use in this relaxed state of hypnosis. So here are 7 rules for using self-hypnosis suggestions. This is why I call it the art of self-hypnosis. The more you practice it, the better you're going to get at it. And the 7 rules are, keep your positive statement simple, short, and easy. Like I said, if you were trying to create more confidence or better self-esteem and to end negative self-talk, you could say something like, I speak loving words to myself every day. It increases my happiness and energy in every way. That's something simple, short. Behavioral. So you're doing more of something or less of something. So like when I said, I speak loving words, loving, kind words to myself every day, that's doing more of something every day. We're doing it every day. We speak loving, kind words to ourselves every day. You keep it present tense. So it's something now or always. I do this thing now. You could say, let's say you were trying to decrease the quantity of food you eat. You could say something like, each meal, I leave more food on my plate. I eat less and less. Each meal, I eat less and less. I'm leaving more food on my plate. I feel better. I have more energy by leaving more food on my plate. Each meal, I'm eating less and less. I leave more food on my plate. I feel more energy. Something like that. Use your own words though. Your brain will accept positive suggestions more easily if it's in your own words. So even as a hypnotist, if I'm working with someone, I will ask them to, I'll ask them certain questions and ask them to give me their words, so that when we're working together, I can help them more quickly by using their own words in a suggestion. There's much more to it because, when I'm working with someone, we're actually, we're going more deeply into getting to the root cause of a certain behavior or a certain thought process or even a certain belief. So this is the art of self-hypnosis, something basic that you can do to try to make positive changes for yourself. And I just want you to know, if you have been trying to make changes on your own and you haven't had success, just know that I offer free consultations. You can reach out to me at any time, call me or email me. I'll post my email in the chat as well. So back to the rules for positive self-hypnosis suggestions. Present tense, always or now. Behavioral, more or less of something. Simple, short, and easy. Number 4 is keep it positive. I am, I feel, I do this from now on. Something like that. If you were trying to quit smoking, you wouldn't want to say, I don't smoke anymore. Or I only smoke, 1 cigarette. I don't smoke in the car. You want to keep it positive, present tense, behavioral, and simple. And number 5, you want to keep it believable. You have to be able to believe this. So if you were trying to, let's say, start a new business and you wanted to reach $1 million that first month, I don't know if that would be something believable, but for the most of the businesses I've had and the people that I've worked with as entrepreneurs and business owners, hitting that $1 million mark in a month wouldn't be believable. So make it believable, and then also measurable. with this suggestion, how are you going to feel? What's it going to do for you? So use those benefits that you wrote down on that first form. And I use a form also with my clients where we list 7 benefits. So 3 is a good starting point, but the more benefits you can think of and the more you can write down, the faster you're going to get the results you're looking to get. And then also number 7, reward. Go over those benefits. What's your reward for making this positive change? I am happier now. I'm healthier. I exercise. I love it. My body's healthy. I make more money. I don't have to take these pills because now I'm not sick anymore. Exercising. Wow, I feel great. I have more energy. I get up on time. I'm sleeping better. Think of all of those benefits from the, things even that you think are small. They're important. So write those down as well. So give me a thumbs up if you're with me so far. All right. I'm going to give you a few minutes to create. I want you to go ahead and create at least one positive suggestion for yourself using these 7 tips. I'll keep this up on the screen and try to write out at least one, if not maybe 2 or 3 positive statements to tell yourself. And then we'll begin practicing using that simple self-hypnosis method and making these positive statements that you're going to create. If you need help with anything and you feel comfortable, you could post it in the chat if you'd like any feedback. But I think this is probably a good framework you can use for creating those positive statements. And I'll just give you another minute here. Is my connection still staying pretty solid there, Elizabeth? Okay, thanks. Good. Okay. All right. I hope you all have at least one statement there that you've created for yourself. Then I'm going to pull back up my screen share here. Here we go. And here we go. Share my screen again. There we go. So now that you have your positive suggestion, your sentence or statement, whatever you want to call it, as long as you have one at least, that'll be great. If you have 2 or 3, that's good too. We're going to practice the art of self-hypnosis. And just remember, the more you practice, the better you'll get at this. And our brains learn with repetition. So the more often you practice that relaxation technique, the faster your brain will remember you have a tool you can use to help you relax at any time you choose. The same goes with doing hypnosis. The more often you practice doing hypnosis, self-hypnosis, the better you get at it. The better you get at it, the deeper you'll go and the faster you will go into that state of self-hypnosis. So let's start with relaxing. Remember that color you chose that represented the color of peace and tranquility. Let's use the 2-breath technique to relax again, breathing in the color of peace and tranquility. Exhaling out ever so slowly the color of stress or anxiety, and begin to relax, relaxing more and more. Each breath you exhale takes you deeper relaxed. And now, as you're sitting or laying in a comfortable spot, find your spot on the ceiling or the wall to focus on. And as you find that spot, begin to count from 1 to 10, taking in nice deep breaths, opening and closing your eyes with each number. Continue to breathe normally and naturally, allowing yourself to go deeper relaxed with each exhale. And the more you relax, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper relaxed you go. Even the sound of my voice may seem to just take you even deeper relaxed, relaxing more and more. As you relax, you begin to focus on that positive statement you've created for yourself, focusing on that one change you want to make. As you relax and go deeper relaxed, you begin to repeat that positive statement you've created for yourself over and over. Each time you repeat the statement, the better you feel. As you relax, this positive statement goes into you deeply, pushing out, washing away any erroneous programming you have to the contrary. Relaxing, going deeper. Your subconscious mind accepts this suggestion as truth. As you repeat this statement, I'd like you to embody this statement, this positive suggestion. Feel it, see it, smell it, taste it, touch it, be there. That's how you embody your positive suggestion. Use all of your senses to take you there. And as you relax, you keep repeating this positive statement to yourself, embodying this statement, becoming it, feeling it deeply, deeply into your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and even your unconscious mind. Repeating your statement over and over for just a few more minutes. Notice how you feel when you say this positive suggestion in your mind. What do you see? What do you feel? And what's it make you think? As you repeat it, you accept it. It goes deeply into the center of you, into your heart, allowing you to relax even more and to accept this positive statement, this suggestion, more deeply than ever before, more permanently than ever before. I want you to repeat your statement 3 more times to yourself. And as you do, you embody every bit of it, the feeling, the being, the openness in your heart, as you accept this positive change. And who are you becoming as you say this thing to yourself? And then I'd like you to simply count down from 10 to 1. And as you do, set your intention when you get to 1 and not before to open your eyes, feeling refreshed and great, energized and alert in every way. 10, 9, 8, fully accepting the suggestion that you are open and willing to something amazing happening for you in the few days, the upcoming weeks and months to come, because you are open to these positive suggestions for your own good. And when you get to 1, open your eyes, feeling refreshed and absolutely amazing. And you do feel good, don't you? Yes, when you've opened your eyes, notice how good you feel. Notice any feelings in your side of your body. I'd like to go over 3 parts of the mind that pertain to hypnosis. The unconscious mind is the body's autonomic nervous system. That is running all of your internal organs, like your heart is beating when you don't even have to tell it to beat. It's just beating automatically. Your lungs are breathing on autopilot. That's because the unconscious mind is handling that part of your body. You have the subconscious mind. That is the part of your mind that has recorded everything from the moment of the womb to who you are now. It's recorded it all. It could even record more if you have those type of beliefs, such as past lives. We don't know if that's real, but it seems to happen to certain people at times where in hypnosis, they may have a past life come up where the issue had begun. Then you have your conscious mind. That is the part of your mind that is so limited. It can only focus on about 6 or 7 bits of information at any given time. That's why multitasking doesn't really work. And we all live on the conscious level, the conscious mind level. So when you're doing this relaxation and going and using this self-hypnosis method, you're actually being able to allow yourself to access the subconscious part of your mind. And that's where we can make these positive changes at a deeper, permanent level. That's why hypnosis works quicker than most methods, especially willpower alone. But hypnosis can also help you in a combination of other types of therapies as well. So as you use that positive statement you created, notice, any thoughts or feelings that came up. It's totally normal for your mind to wander because we all live on the conscious level. Our mind wanders. It's totally normal, and I want you to be aware of that. If your mind wanders as you're trying to relax, let it. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with you, nothing wrong with it. That's just what happens at the conscious level. But like I said, the more you practice this, the easier it will be for you to relax and get better at this. And you want to get better at this because the more you practice and the better you get at it, the more positive changes you'll be able to make. And you might surprise yourself at what can come from this. And if things don't change overnight, don't worry. You didn't get to this point overnight. There are no magic pills. Hypnosis can work fast and very effective, and some people can be surprised. It may seem like a magic pill, but it's not. just know that it will take a little practice. And that's why I've also listed this other method of practicing self-hypnosis. And this is called You as the Director self-hypnosis method. And you can start with that first method, the easiest self-hypnosis method. But at step 4, you could imagine yourself in a movie theater, like watching yourself having already made that change that you are wanting to make. And that's why I added the part of embodying, really feeling, seeing, smelling. What is it like when you have already reaped the rewards of making your change and being whatever it is that you want to be or doing what you want to do. I hope this makes sense. So if you use this method, the director is the self-hypnosis method. You see yourself like you're watching a movie. You're in that theater and you picture yourself having already made the change on that theater using all of your senses. Same thing. Count down at the end, count down from 10 to 1 and open your eyes. So I'd really like to know, I know this is a very short amount of time to be practicing this. If anybody feels comfortable on making a comment, I don't know if you can make a comment in the comments. If you would share with me, yes, this is helpful, or maybe I need more help. I am going to stop sharing this and post in the chat my email address in case you would like to reach out for a consultation. I'm going to give you an easy email address to email me. All right, thank you, Shay Shay. I appreciate that heart. And my easy to remember email address is lisashooklife@gmail.com. It helped you. Oh, Caroline, thank you. It helped to start to center on focus and tranquility. Good. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully you can all download those PDF documents and save those. If you can't, you can certainly email me. Let me know you were at the Marlene's class, and I will gladly email you the forms back so that you can continue to practice and make positive changes. And I offer a special for anyone here who's attended Marlene's Market class. If you get on a consultation and you choose to work with me, I offer 50% off. So that's a pretty big deal. And yeah, I'm here to help. I love what I do. I found hypnosis when I was at a low point in my life, and it helped me see, wow, this is a powerful healing modality. And my first year as a hypnotist, I spent a lot of my time on a weekly basis doing classes and workshops, intro to hypnosis, trying to spread the word that hypnosis is not mind control. It can help you with just about anything in your life, anything at all, from healing trauma to quitting smoking, getting motivation to exercise or lose weight. And I have taken it a step further in my business. I'm offering trainings beginning in November for new hypnotists. I'm doing certification, so I teach hypnosis starting November 1st. And that can be anyone who already is in business as a service provider or someone transitioning to a new chapter in their life. So if you know anyone who may fit that description, please share my email address with them, and I would love to meet with them. Does anyone have any questions for me? You can post them in the chat. Or Elizabeth, is this the part where you do the Q&A?
Yes, So we could definitely do the Q&A. What we're going to do, I'm taking a look at any comments here on Facebook. I put in your email address there for anyone watching on Facebook. We have a few viewers.
I
Hello,
see the
Facebook
question,
folks.
confidence for public speaking. Sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, but this
Oh,
is huge. This
that's
is really
great.
huge. I had a big fear of public speaking. And just a few weeks ago, on the 14th of August, I believe, I spoke at the Fearless One Woman Summit in Seattle. My first time speaking in a very large setting. And yes, I had to use self-hypnosis for that. I did use self-hypnosis too. The first time I did a Marlene's Market workshop in person. And I think there was maybe 25 people at that one, Elizabeth. But yes, it helps for confidence in public speaking. Anything else you'd like to add, Elizabeth?
I know I would definitely say that I've had a few sessions with you and also have gone through the 7 path. I just had my book.
Oh, I forgot to mention 7th path self-hypnosis. Yes,
Yes.
I'm a
And
7th path self-hypnosis teacher.
I brought my book in. I used it for the introduction for your class, and now I can't find it. Darn. Well,
That's
it's
okay.
yeah. Oh, do you have a handout on doing self-hypnosis? Yes, Leah, those are downloadable in the chat box if you scroll up to the top. And if you have any issues downloading those, let me know and I can email those to you.
Great. I really appreciate all of you who came to this class, this workshop.
Oh, we have a few more questions.
Oh, we do. Average number of sessions. So anywhere between 4 to 8 sessions is typically how I will work with someone. It kind of depends on if it's, if we're talking about severe addictions, it's going to be more like 8. Gaining confidence, and it just kind of depends also on the history. So it is really important to have the consultation so I can kind of gauge where you're at, and your external environment can come into play as well. But it works over remote. I work with people all over the world, so just so you know that as well. Let's see.
All right, and I'm
Any others?
sending these in the chat for you, Leah.
Okay.
There we are. Yay.
Go. So practice writing those positive statements for yourself. And I would suggest doing it in the morning and at night. Those are ideal times. Number one, when you're not bombarded and overwhelmed with things. And number two, it is the time where you're either first waking up and you're in that perfect state of mind, that brainwave state, to accept positive suggestions for your own good. And even when you're going to sleep at night, it can really help you sleep better as well. And there's also something that I would suggest in the morning, your first hour of waking, something that can really help you with anxiety and even your confidence is take that first hour of your morning to keep to yourself, which means not turning on the TV, not answering emails, not looking at social media. Create a really healthy morning routine for yourself without being interrupted. So whether you're doing self-hypnosis or writing in a gratitude journal or meditating or praying, whatever that looks like for you, I suggest doing that first hour of your morning. It helps you take control. You set the tone for how your day is going to be when you can do that for yourself. So just another tip or suggestion. If you're able to do that, it can certainly help you.
Love it. Well, we're gonna say goodbye to all of our Facebook Live friends and open up the chat to all of us here on Zoom. I appreciate everyone watching, and stay
Thank
tuned for
you.
more. And yeah, and definitely check out in the comment section Lisa's Facebook page for more about her business. Thank you, folks.